This is a USB port. This also is a USB port. Yep, USB port, USB port, USB port. By this point, you already watched, and I hope you have, how to build a bootable USB device to install Linux using Windows, multiple ways to use Windows to do that, and multiple ways to use actually Linux to build a bootable Linux device. And now you have a USB device. Go and check those videos. I'm going to put them down below in the description and in the end credits that you can watch. Build a USB boot with Windows and Linux. That's that. And now you have the USB device. How can I use it to kickstart our Linux install? So basically you need one of these. This is a USB port. And then you just insert the USB device on the USB port that actually fits. So this is made for people that don't need to know much. So whatever port this fits, it sits. Turn off your computer, and then you just need to find how to force, quote unquote, force your computer, desktop, laptop, doesn't really matter. You just need to let them know that you want to boot from this device and not from the normal device you normally boot, because that will take you back to Windows, assuming that it's Windows that is installed currently in your system. So in order to do so, there are several ways to go about it. You can just do the lazy way, turn off your computer, insert the USB pen drive wherever port it fits, power on. Remember on my previous videos I said I recommended for beginners to use a pen device that has a LED so you can watch it blink. So turn off, insert the device, turn it on, and sometimes your computer is predetermined and pre-configured to boot first from USB devices if they are present. If that's the case, it's going to boot to your device and start off the installation. If not, you need just to figure out something out. If this is not booting from the USB device by default, again, turn off your computer, turn it on, and pay attention to the messages it is displaying most often below a low line, like I have shown you. I'm still showing you now, a line that shows which button to press to be able to, often it's called boot order, boot device, select boot device, something of that kind. Usually it's the F11 key, F12 key, F8 key, escape key. Different vendors will assign different keys for that process. Just power on our device, observe the bottom line, and usually it's there said which button to press, so you can get a list of devices where you can start your computer from. And when you obtain that list, select your USB device. It helps to know the manufacturer. In this case, mine shows as a Lexar device. So it's going to show you Lexar USB device or something of that kind. When you see that list, pick your device and try first the thing that is called UEFI. Don't worry too much about what that means. Just pick your USB device and pick the UEFI option, and from there on, you are off to the races and you are starting to install, like I'm going to show you on my videos and the other playlists. If you cannot see nothing being displayed in the bottom, if it's too fast or just cannot time it correctly, it's a little bit harder, but it's doable. If you know the manufacturer of your laptop, for example, Lenovo Model X, usually the models are written down somewhere here. For example, this is not the case, but usually the model number, it's written down in one of the corners or somewhere in the bezels. It's physically embossed the model, or below. Just find somewhere below. If you can see your model number, go to Google, manufacturer, model number, boot device list key or boot key, and you get that information off of. If it is a desktop computer, if you know, find your manufacturer of the motherboard, and you can then search motherboard model, boot device key, and get that information. Or if you are not lucky enough to find all that information, just try the escape key, F8 key, F11. It shouldn't do no much harm. and maybe you get lucky and you find the key. Okay, but most likely it's going to show you in the bottom the key to press. You can be lucky and it boots by USB by default. If not, find the manufacturer of your motherboard. Usually, for example, I go to the other motherboard manufacturer, Asus, for example. Asus uses for most, if not all models, the same boot key. MSI, it's usually the F11. Gigabyte, it's usually the F12. As Asus, if not mistaken, it's F8 or the escape key. So try to find that key, and when the computer is booting up, just press the key multiple times. It will show you the boot menu, and you can select your device. And in this case, it's Lexar. I would, if it's this one, and no one, and it's exactly what you're going to see in my other playlist where I install Linux in a real device, in a real PC. You'll see me choose Lexar UEFI. Okay, so just find the manufacturer. In this case, it's Lexar, SanDisk, whatever the case, and then choose UEFI and kick off your installation. You have seen here blue USBs, black USBs, and you most likely see yellow USBs and red USBs. Okay, usually the color matches to the performance. Black being the slowest, then blue, then red, and then yellow or yellow red. I don't really remember exactly the last two, but it's black, blue, red, and yellow, or yellow red. That's not too important. Just find the one that it's most accessible to you. A blue one, it's fine. Red one, it's better. Yellow, it's good, it's excellent. Black, it's very usable, it's very doable. Just find one that is handy. You can use the ones in the front of your computer that are very readily accessible. Try those first. They should work fine. Bear in mind, black is the slowest, then blue, red, and yellow, or blue, yellow, red. Now I'm not sure, but makes no difference at all which one you use. Anyone would work. Just find a free one, pop it, power on the computer, press the boot device key, select the device UEFI, and you are off to the races. If you insert in one USB device and you are sure that the USB port it's working, but it's not showing, not popping on that list, no worries, power computer off, try another port, and redo this again. Sometimes computers are finicky, and not all ports will behave like we want to in terms of boot device. Okay, so this is a long one, but they needed one video to show you how can you use the recently built USB device. So just find you have an available USB port, insert it, power on the computer, hit the boot order key, select your device and then the UEFI option, hit the enter key, and you're off to the races. That's basically that. Watch my other videos where I install from scratch a computer using the key I have built on the videos where I show how to build a key, and also check my videos where I install Linux alongside Windows. Please ask any questions that you may have, any doubts. That's why I'm here for, and that's for all the community I am going to build. Check my other channels, OzoiBeats, very technical. Go and check it out, all about Linux, networking, and all that good stuff. OzoiBeats, very technical. OzoiBeats games on Linux, all about Linux gaming. And this one, of course, OzoiBeats Install Linux, all about Linux installation, upgrades, updates, and all of that good stuff. Like, subscribe, hype, and comment. It really helps. And I'll see you in the next one. Ask any questions. Cheers, guys.